get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check three.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to float this over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. You know, the best game of quarterback Andy Dalton's career arguably came against these Jets. He threw 5 touchdown passes and a 49-9 shellacking of Gang Green back in 2013. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Hot. Lead. Here we go. 93, 52, 93.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Throwing, Dalton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Hey, switch. Check 37.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Darnold on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And some room to work. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Heads up. Lead. They go 368. No.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
93, 52, 93, 44. Heads up.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, exit. Alrighty. 57. They can't hang with us. 36.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 7-7, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Brandon Copeland in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
First down, Jets.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Bengals' 31-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carl Lawson in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Montgomery. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one play...
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, Mixon. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey. Nice.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big... time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Young lady. Hey, tight. Young lady.
From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bengals are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And Dalton to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Randy Gregory. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Watch time. Tight end right, tight end. 2 by 2. Move. Five down. Stand up in. My game. All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. 2 by 2.
From midfield here, Dalton. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I think the defense has to feel really good about what's going on here. They've hit him, harassed him, sacked him a bunch of times, and now he's starting to get a little jittery in the pocket. Feet are starting to move around a little bit. Sometimes they start to feel ghosts. People aren't even there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 368. He's coming. Heavy. Showing it.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing right around the midfield stripe. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is Cannon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to Cannon again on 1st down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Cannon. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, Sam. 57 the mark. Rip right. Shoot. Hey, wahoo. 57 the mark. Rock 57.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, they run with Mixon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hot. Green 18. Okay, double. Hey, go, 368. Hey, Alpha. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. C.J. Mosley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that one. They opened the lead a bit further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Man, ready? Switch gears. Switch gears.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
50 seconds to mine. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check. 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 Check out. Man, lady. Young lady. Man, lady. Jump it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
Regular. Check out 368.
Again, it's Mixon. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Dalton. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
We got to seal.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. cannon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Montgomery. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand. Brandon Copeland in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. All right, here's Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and forever.
Hey, Charlie.
Play action now. Dalton in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again, and an alley to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
93, 52, 90, up.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now from Baltimore. And the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season.
57 to Mike. Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. Get lady. Red 80. Get wide.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Cannon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Here we go again. Kill. Red 80. No 80.
Hey, Delta.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, what?
Darnold on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Red 80. 57. Blue there. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 15-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me. Red 80. Bang. No 80. Watch the ship. No 80. Watch the ship.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Jets, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5, and they will head back home.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?